Yes, sir. Arun, sir, we can start.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. We are waiting for recording to start and then I'll start with the
Yes.
introduction of the college. Yes, sir. A very good morning to all of you. Meherchand Mahajan DAV College for Women Chandigarh is a landmark institution in women's education in North India. The college has been re-accredited with grade A by NAC and ranked among top 50 colleges at the national level, as per the surveys conducted by India Today and The Week magazine. Department of Computer Science and Applications under the aegis of MCM Vigyan Manch welcomes you all to this national webinar on combating cybercrime during COVID-19. This national level webinar is sponsored by Department of Science and Technology and Renewable Energy Chandigarh Administration. I warmly welcome our respected resource person for today's webinar, Shri Arun Soni sir, all the faculty members and dear friends. Today's resource person, Shri Arun Soni, is an internationally acclaimed author and cybersecurity expert from Chandigarh. He has authored 159 books on computer education for schools, colleges on AI and cybersecurity. His books are widely read in India and abroad by millions of students. His latest book on the cybersecurity self-help guide is published by world's leading publisher Taylor and Francis and is available worldwide. He has the distinction of having his name entered in Limca Book of Records under the category Most Computer Books Written at the age of 37. He also holds many other national and international records. He is also a certified ethical hacker from EC Council US and cybersecurity consultant who is working for the cause of spreading awareness about cybersecurity. For his contribution to computer education and cybersecurity, he is admired and covered by many major news portals, magazines, newspapers such as the Tribune, the Indian Express, and the Times of India, and many more. He also appeared as an expert commentator on several nationwide TV channels and FM radio. Thank you, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you,
As,
ma'am.
as we all are aware, students, that the effects of COVID-19 pandemic are being felt in communities across the world, the pandemic of COVID-19 and the imposed lockdown has led to more people to be confined at home with many more hours to spend online each day and increasingly relying on the internet to access services they normally obtain offline. The dangers of cybercrime have been there for many years, but the increase in the percentage of the population connected to the internet and the time spent online, combined with the sense of confinement and anxiety and fear generated from the lockdown, have provided more opportunities for cyber criminals to take advantage of the situation and make more money or create disruption. It is very important to note that some vulnerable segments of the population, such as students, need to spend more time online for services such as schooling, college, and university education. This seismic change in how we live our lives and use the internet has prompted a proliferation of cybercrimes. So, today's national webinar titled Combating Cybercrime During COVID-19 will give us chance to gain knowledge about various ways to deal with cybercrime techniques. Now I request Arun Soni sir to share his expert knowledge and guide us in combating cybercrime.
Thank you, Rishika, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
And very warm welcome to this session on combating cybercrime. First of all, I thank Principal Ma'am Dr. Disha Bhargav who gave me this opportunity and responsibility of spreading this awareness. And I will try my best that as much as possible, I will try to cover in my presentation. So because we have limited time, we will have interactive session at the end. You can post questions in the chat box, or at the end you can unmute and ask me the questions. So without wasting any time, I will uh, start sharing my screen. Manmeet, yes. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So before we go to cybersecurity or online safety, we must know about the cybercrime. What is happening in the world of cybercrime? So let's have a trip to this cybercrime world. Basically, I have collected news clips from various newspapers, every type of cybercrime which is happening. So this was news in 2020 that cybercrime has risen by 500%. But actually, there is no statistics. These are only the registered cases. Most of the cases go unregistered. So it has risen exponentially without any statistics. Whatever you think that cannot be hacked is already hacked, has already been hacked. ATM frauds, debit cards, credit card frauds. In fact, educated people are joining this cybercrime gangs, forming the cybercrime gangs. You can just concentrate on headlines because you won't be having time to read the whole complete news. Banking frauds are topping the charts. And selling something or buying something online has become very risky, especially when we go to websites which are selling or second-hand items like OLX. Because the first call you will get will be from the scammer. This is a basic thing that OTP should not be shared. But these cyber criminals are so convincing, that is called social engineering, that they make you share the OTP. And this was very recent news. I mean, there were three news items related to KYC update. With social media, we accept requests from unknown people, then some strange things happen. Now the crypto has come into the scene and people don't know how to handle the crypto. So lots of crypto hacking is taking place, cryptocurrency hacking is taking place. You know that your car can be hacked. These self-driving cars include so many sensors. Any one of the sensors can be hacked. That's a different story, different uh, topic altogether. So I am not going into details, but yes, it can be hacked. And these are very common things that you are sitting and you just get the message that 20,000 have been deducted from your account. And you never visited the place, you never made that transaction, but you got the message. How do these things happen? We have a section on this. And you can see that in all cases there is a single cause which made this robbery happen. They just had to, they put the status that they are away, check in, or they uploaded the photograph of the place and also mentioned that they are on a holiday. And it simply indicate that your house is empty, you are inviting the bad people, robbers to your place. And this is a research study that 78% of the convicted prisoners, they confessed that they used to target properties and people taking you from social media sites. So stop sharing your checking status, your holiday status. And this was yesterday news that India to have 1 billion smartphone users by 2026 and population of India is 1.4 billion. So you can see the penetration of smartphones and those are the most vulnerable devices at this time. And our smartphones are now our body's extension. It's like our sixth finger. You are always carrying it. And that's the easiest device to hack. We are using GPay, PhonePe, Paytm, and lots of hacking is financial frauds are happening through these apps. It's not that these apps are not safe or they have some vulnerability. It's only the people that they don't know how to use these apps properly. I also have a section on this. And we think that we are downloading app from Google Play Store and it is safe. But a recent study shows that 67% of the malware is coming from Google Play Store. So where is the protection of what to do, where to go? And if you think your IELTS is safe, forget it. This is a recent news, 29 high severity vulnerabilities. Means your iCloud can be taken in control without any special tool or effort. That is the high severity vulnerability. When no special tool is required. So your first line of defense should be that you should have an antivirus, anti-malware in your smartphone. You are having it for your laptop, your desktop, but I don't think even 10% of you are having it for your smartphone. And it's hardly anything, 500 rupees for a year, maximum 400 rupees, 600 rupees for a year. Kaspersky is a good antivirus, Trend Micro is a good antivirus, Encryption is a good antivirus. So these three, four antiviruses, one of you must install in your smartphone. This is the first line of defense. Don't depend on your Play stores because these criminals are often trick these Play stores to upload malicious apps. And this is a little bit about myself. Ritika ma'am has already given the introduction, but now I have these slides, so I have to show it to you. So we got my name in Linka Book of Record in 2009, writing maximum computer books. I was first to introduce the concept of cybercrime in school books. That was 2014, yes. I've written many books on cybersecurity. Also, this was my first book, Digital Cop. But keep conducting webinars, and this was MCMDAV. I've been actually associated with MCMDAV college since 2017. I hope you know these respected people, Dr. Nisha Bhargava ma'am and Dr. Indu Arora. This is St. Duke's College, Shimla. This was in Geetam University, and this was the last webinar I conducted for MCM College. It was in 2020. and I keep getting invitation from FM radios and TV channels for sharing my views on cybersecurity with listeners. So this is the webinar time actually. So I also conducted webinars for Army personnel. This was the last interview a few days back at 94.3 by FM with R.J. Shonali. And this is my latest book, The Cybersecurity Self-Help Guide by Ellen Francis. Okay, now I will stop and we'll go to the main topic, cybercrime. So cybercrime is basically just a second. So question is why cybercrime is increasing so much. First of all, it can be done remotely. You can do it. One can do it even sitting on a beach or from a mall or from a comfort of his home. And there is anonymity of internet. So that may, because let us take an example that I have come to your house to steal something. Maybe you have, I know that you have cash in your Mira, but it is very risky for me because you might be having sensors, watchdog, watchman, and many other devices. Why should I take the risk when I can simply send you a link and convince you to click on link and your debit card and credit card will be compromised? So that's why cybercrime is rising so much. There are so many types of hackers who will be will be concentrating on black hats and white hats. White hats are basically professionals. Like I have done a certified course CE and certified ethical hacking. It makes me a white hat hacker, and I am authorized to do test that infrastructure for a company for loopholes in the IT infrastructure. And black hats are basically bad people. They do all sort of nasty things, accessing data without permission, and all other type of cyber crimes are done by these black hat hackers. These are also called crackers. There are many types of cyber crime. We will be basically dealing with 4 or 5 which are prevalent these days. Hacking. Hacking can be done in 2 ways. One is through tools and other is through social engineering. Let us suppose that you are going to a cyber cafe. You access your email or you access your Facebook account and that's it. And that person might be having some recording software and recorded your username and password. So he has some tool. Other is social engineering. Social engineering, this is very important. Social engineering is basically taking advantage of goodness of people, convincing you something to do. Let us suppose that some person comes to your college and he or she meets a principal man, a principal sir, and asks that I have come from Delhi, and Delhi is conducting a special service camp. We will see that your computers in your lab and computers in the account section are running perfectly, and if there is any issue, we will resolve that. And your principal gives the permission, they sit on computers, they read some temporary files, but also at the same time install some software which is handling all their work details to the third party. So that is the social engineering. And other example is like your neighbor, let us suppose that your neighbor comes to your child or your nephew and gives him this smartphone. Say, look, I have got this new smartphone. It runs very fast. You connect it to your Wi-Fi and play the game, your favorite game, and you see that it runs very smoothly and very fast. And your actually child takes the smartphone and connects to the Wi-Fi, plays the game, and returns the smartphone. It seems a simple process. But what happened in between that your Wi-Fi password was saved in his mobile phone. Now he can connect to your Wi-Fi anytime. He used social engineering to get your Wi-Fi password. And social engineering forms basis of all types of cybercrime. Just note it, social engineering is the most dangerous type of cybercrime. Basically. Cyberbullying, stalking, we have a section on this, identity theft is basically related to impersonating someone to take advantage of his financial status, his credit card, debit cards, and other things. And it is directly linked to phishing. Phishing is of many types. We will be limiting ourselves to the web phishing. Web phishing is basically lookalike of genuine pages, and but when you enter the information, it goes to some third party, not to the original website owner or the original website. I will show you. The only difference you will find is the URL. You need to take care of URL when you open a website. Never ever enter your credentials in an already open web page. Because this is the only identification which can save you. If you notice it, it's okay. Otherwise, your account will get compromised. Phishing page of ICSA, HDFC, all banks have phishing pages. And HDFC Bank, you enter the customer ID, then you click on continue. Then it will be asked for the password. You will enter the password, the account will open. But what happens is then when they send a printed statement to your house, that customer ID is also printed on that. And we generally just clear it off and throw it in our dustbin. Let us suppose that somebody picks up that customer ID is printed on that. He will open the HDFC bank, enter the customer ID, click on continue. He doesn't know the password, but if he enters the wrong password 3 or 4 times, your account will get blocked. Then you will be running around to get your account restored. So hacking is just not finding a key through a lock, but it is also like hammering a lock so much that even the original owner cannot open it. SBI has done a very good thing that it has implemented two-step verification on his net banking. Like when you enter the customer ID, okay, it will, before asking for the password, it will send the OTP to your mobile phone. When you will enter the OTP, then it will ask for the password and then your account will open. So you are secure. I don't know why all the banks are not implementing it. It's a very big loophole on our banking system that they are not implementing this two-factor authentication to their banking system, their net banking system. Anybody with your customer ID and password can open your net banking. This is stupid. Email spoofing is basically convincing someone that this email has come from a genuine source. And whenever you get a spoofed email, it will have basically you can see that generating there will be a threat, emergency, your card will be blocked, your account will be blocked, your ATM will be blocked, your SIM card will be blocked, and then there will be a link to make you click on it. This is also a form of social engineering. They are convincing you to click on this link. And when you click on this link, something bad will happen. And it is very easy. One measure is I just show you. You just need to hover your pointer. I'll just show you. Can you see my uh, inbox?
Yes, sir, we are able to.
Right. So I just need to point to sender's name and it will show me the actual email ID from where this email has come. You can see that it is okay. Flipkart.com. It is okay. I know that Flipkart.com is a genuine website and this mail is genuine. And so on, I can check. And other method is simply to click on this, go to show original. I can't go into much details, but these three parameters, SPF, TKIM, DMAS, if these are passed, it is means it is a genuine email. Otherwise, there will be fail or one parameter will be missing. Then you should have have a doubt that this email is genuine. This is the email header. For more details, you can learn how to analyze this email header, and you can come to know that whether that email is genuine or not. But this is a complete another topic, so we are not going into this. But you can always check this three things in all emails. And why do people send spoofed emails? Well, right now, the changes from 2020 to 2022 is ransomware. Ransomware is coming on almost all computers, whether it's a company's computer or it's a personal computer. Ransomware is basically it will lock your screen, it will encrypt your data, that you can open any file, and its message will be sent to you that you need to pay so much amount in cryptocurrency and only then your files will be restored. Once ransomware comes, it means you are gone. Whether you give the ransom or not, your files will not be restored. So what is the protection? Protection is basically data encryption and backup. You should always have a backup, and there is rule for backup. 3-to-1 backup rule. You should have at least 3 copies of your data on 2 different media and 1 offsite. 1 offsite means maybe on a pen drive, and you have disconnected it from the CPU and maybe on your cloud, on your Google Drive or OneDrive. So this is the backup rule basically. If you have a backup and then ransomware comes, you can simply format your data and store the data. You're safe. What if that scammer says that now I have your data and I will make it public? You have important clients list of customers, and if it goes public, your company is gone. Then your backup cannot help because he is going to make it public. There comes the data encryption. If your data encryption means your data is unreadable. So all your important data should be encrypted so that even someone is able to take control of your computer, send a ransomware, but that data is unreadable to you. It's of no use. And there is, I will show you in data encryption. We have that slide is not here. BitLocker. BitLocker is inbuilt security in Windows. Using that, you can simply encrypt a drive. You put all your important data there and encrypt that drive. That is very easy. You can find BitLocker and you can just need to double click on it and it will ask you some questions. You just respond to those and it will encrypt the drive. Or I have an antivirus trend micro. It gives you provision to encrypt your folders. I have all my important files and photographs in that folder. I have encrypted that folder. And these are spoofed emails in the COVID-19 times from WHO, Domino's. You should know the website or the social media handle of a company from you're buying something, maybe pizza or maybe an iPhone. And this is important that when you're working from home, your company's data can be compromised. You can see the sequence. Because when your target system is compromised, and that with that compromised system you access server of your company, then your company server, their data also get compromised. Main problem is that we are using the same device to connect to do our personal work and also accessing our company's data. So that makes it very vulnerable, your company's data very vulnerable. And we are using the same Wi-Fi. So one solution is that there is provision of guest Wi-Fi. You can, from one router, you can have two Wi-Fis. You can search on internet, in Google, how to create a guest Wi-Fi. It is a separate Wi-Fi with a separate password. Let us suppose some guest come to your house and wants to connect to your Wi-Fi, and maybe his mobile is compromised, and it will make your Wi-Fi compromised. So you just give him the guest Wi-Fi password, he can connect it, and then after the work, he can disconnect it. So explore this option of guest Wi-Fi. Even you have to uh, change your router, do it if you are doing your company's work from home, because this guest Wi-Fi will save you from many troubles. And there are many malicious software, Trojan virus, spyware, remote access Trojan. This happened recently because these days it is very easy to hack a smartphone camera or your webcam. So be careful with your cameras. There are covers where you are not using your camera. Block it with the cover. Webjacking is taking control of website. We are not going to into details, but these are some screenshots. Actually, cybersecurity is such a vast field that every topic is one seminar or one webinar. How to secure your website, importance of digital evidence. So these, how to protect against the ransomware, what is encryption and backup. Each topic in itself is a detailed study. So I'm just giving a sum up of the things that you can contact me offline or search on the Google, detail is there. IP address, I am not going into much detail because if you are have some computer background, you must be knowing about the IP address. It is an address which is assigned to you to your device when you get connected to internet. It's just like your number plate. These are two types of public and private. Just go to any of these website and you can see that this is my IP address. I'm using Airtel broadband. I'm from Chandigarh. And this, if you find the IP address of someone, you can find his details. Private IP addresses basically, these are not transferable on internet. It is basically for communicating inside a network in a LAN. What I'm going to now tell you, the most common vulnerability which I have for my students all over India, at very sensitive places, this vulnerability exists. That is your router, because your router is the gateway. This is the first point of entry to your internet. If it is not secured, it means your internet can be hacked from any time, from anywhere in the world. Your router has an IP address. This is a private IP address. Most probably it is one of these two. Or it is, you can see that mentioned at the back of your model. You can also find it from the command ipconfig. You can see this. You just need to enter this IP address in the address bar and authentication box will come. You enter username and password. Most common password or username is admin and admin password. And after that, if some error comes, it means you are safe. Your router cannot be opened. But if your router opens, it means if you can open with these passwords, anybody, anywhere in the world can open it. And your internet, all devices can be compromised. And top of this, there are many websites which list your router's default username and passwords. Default means set by the manufacturer. Let us suppose you are having a Netcare router and this is the model. I noticed that you have a Netcare and this model. I will go to the website. I will check the username and the password. Then I will enter 198.2.0.1 or 11 into the address bar. Authentication box will come and your router can be opened. Settings can be opened. So whenever you install your router or somebody comes to install your router, tell him to change the default user and password and check how that is changed. And after he goes, you again change username and the password. There should not be any default user and password in any of the device, maybe that is the IoT device. IoT security is also based on this default username and passwords. All webcams, I can show you hundred of webcams on the internet which are vulnerable and what they are showing because their default username and passwords have not been changed. So today what we are going to do is we are going to check whether your router is having the default username and password or it has been changed. There is also a router check app. It will check the security of your phone, your router. There are also network scanner app and ping app because sometimes we feel that our network is slow, someone is connecting to our Wi-Fi without our permission and our Wi-Fi is slow and has been compromised. You simply open the app and you will see that how many devices are connected to it. Network scanner and ping. Securing your Gmail account, not only Gmail but any account. I will tell you how. First of all, I must introduce the concept of keystroke coding software that is called keylogger. You think that you are entering the email ID and password, but actually it is being recorded. And these software are generally used by cybercafe or on public computers. Public computer is any computer which is not your own computer. and they are quite advanced software. It's not only recording the keystrokes, but also recording your screen, uh, your voice, your screenshots, everything is getting recorded. So that is why do not give your smartphone even for 5 minutes to anyone. Pegasus was a different thing. It was a very expensive type of keylogger which only governments use. But that is such a thing that if once installed on your smartphone, you reset it, format it, it won't go. You need to discard your handset and only then you can get rid of this Pegasus. Pegasus is not for the normal people, but there are many siblings of Pegasus there. And these cyber criminals have subscription plans for these type of software. It can be installed in any device for a monthly 1500 or this, and all your WhatsApp activities, SMS, calls will be get, I mean, will be transferred to the third party. Whenever you are in doubt, just factory reset your device twice or thrice, and then that will go. And there are key hardware keyloggers. Now, what to do? No antivirus, anti-malware can detect it because it is a hardware keylogger. Now, where is the security? There is no security. It's only awareness that you should have in mind that I'm not going to use any public computer. Only then you are secure. Otherwise, there are so many such type of devices that you can't avoid the hacking. So these are some points on mobile security. And you should know that if your device is lost, how to secure it, how to delete the data from the device. And best is have a finger biometric lock on your device. This pin or pattern can be broken very easily. Your facial recognition can be broken with high definition video. And install minimum apps because these apps can talk to each other. They can share the data. It's intent of the developer. He might be having a backdoor installed in the app, and whatever you are doing, and he is accessing that information. You can never know because you do not check the app. You cannot check the app how it was developed. So have minimum required apps on your computer. On your smartphone. Strong passwords, ABCD, I love you, mobile number. Don't do that. Create a strong password. But if you have a keylogger, even these strong passwords are of no use. So only these passwords are just for the satisfaction of your heart that I have a strong password. Because the password will get recorded if you have a keylogger. The only protection for all your devices is 2FA. You might be knowing it that when 2FA is when you enter username and password, immediately verification code will come to your mobile phone, and when you will enter that verification code, only then your account will open. So even somebody is able to record your log username and password through a keylogger, you won't be able to open your account because verification code will come on your mobile phone only, like this. Now in Gmail there is no verification code. Now they have changed to this prompt. Prompt will come when I try to log in. Somebody tried to log in my Gmail account from a different device. This prompt came. The next thing is go passwordless. This is important. Try to get rid of passwords. In Gmail, there is provision. You just need to go to settings, security, and use your phone to sign in on. That's it. You will go passwordless. How? Let us suppose that somebody has tried to log into my Gmail from a different device. Immediately, when notification will come to my mobile phone. Try to sign in on computer. If I say yes, maybe I was trying to, I was accessing my Gmail account from different device. This notification will become on mobile phone. I click on yes. Then on my laptop, this number will come. One number will come. Okay. Now enter this number. Tap this number on your mobile phone. And in my mobile phone, these three numbers will be displayed. I will have to tap 20 and then my account will open. So there was no need of passwords. It was all passwordless. Plus, it had the security of two-factor authentication, and it is very convenient. So go passwordless. You don't need to remember the password. How to know your Gmail account is that I will show you practically. This is not very difficult. Like this is my email account. I will go to my inbox. I will just go to end. I click on details. You can see the details. Then what I will get is last 10 login details. I can see from where it was accessed, from which IP address it was accessed, at what date and time it was accessed. So I just can see that on February 20th, if at this time I did not access it, and it is showing it has been accessed and it has been compromised. So that is how you can check. In fact, in any device, you should check last login details. Just remember it, last login details. And if there any suspicious activity in Instagram, also there is provision. Facebook, there is also provision. You can see that it is showing that it has been accessed from Delhi, and you never from Delhi from a straight device, and you never lose that device or never access it from Delhi. Somebody is using your Instagram or Gmail from that place. Immediately log out from all devices. Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. There is no free Wi-Fi basically. This attack, man in the middle attack, is very common when somebody is in between, positions in between the connection and the user, and read the message and modify the message. So the only protection is in man in the middle attack. That can happen in many ways. Okay? This is the evil twin when somebody will can install a fake access point with the same SSID of the original router, but it has a stronger signal. When a user comes, it will get connected to the stronger signal. So only protection is use the VPN. I'm sure you all of you know about the VPN. VPN is basically it will create a tunnel, encrypted tunnel around the data, so nobody can access it. So your VPN is as important as an antivirus. Cyberbullying, stalking can happen through any medium. When you want to report a cyberbullying, You just cannot report it that this person is troubling me. You need to give the evidence, and that is called digital evidence. Most of the people, they don't know about the digital evidence. Name is heavy, but it is very simple. Somebody has sent you a message, WhatsApp message, it's threatening WhatsApp message. You just take the screenshot, it will become a digital evidence. Now, when you will report it, along with the report, you need to upload that digital evidence. Nimbus have this extension on Chrome. I gave you example of a message on WhatsApp. But what if you open a website? There are 10 pages, and you see your mock photograph on all 10 pages, 10 screen long pages. And you need to have a digital evidence so that it is not tampered. If you take 10 screenshots and combine it, it will not be considered as a genuine digital evidence. So with this extension, what you can do is you can create a single screenshot of all 10 pages. I don't have the time to demonstrate it, but you must try it. It is very important. Don't save your password in a browser. Securing your images and videos, how to do that? There is no certain way. Only thing is have a watermark. Like this photograph is watermark. So that if somebody tries to remove the watermark, then your photograph will also be tampered. It will also get distorted. Like this is one of my webinars photograph. I have watermark with a message. So whenever you upload photographs, you please watermark your photographs. It will make it sure it cannot be misused. You can note these apps. There are many apps, but photo watermark is a very good app to watermark your photographs on a mobile phone. And otherwise, there is a website, batchwatermark.com. So these are few tips you must take care of, because most of the trouble happens with the photographs and videos. Somebody starts misusing your videos and photographs, just saving it from your social media profile. ATM frauds. Basically, card is in your pocket and we get the message, money has been deducted and transaction happened in Germany. So how do these happen? These happen with the help of cloning of cards. Duplicate of your card is made. Like this is the real card slot, this is the capturing device. It is put on top of the real card device. You can see at the bottom. Now, when you will insert the card, whatever is on the magnetic stripe of the card, the details will get captured. Now, the hacker needs a pin. There are pin pad overlays. When you will enter the pin, your pin will work, but it will also get recorded. This is the complete setup. Now, hacker has your details of your card. He also has your pin. Blank cards are available online, very cheap. The cloner which creates these cards is also available on the internet, and duplicate card is created and transaction can happen anywhere through that card. And this is a normal scenario when you go to an ATM, but there is a hidden camera. So be suspicious if there is a flower part, there is a brochure holder or something around the ATM. Don't depend on the OTPs. This OTP is mandatory in India and some countries also. You try to take some software like Grammarly, or try to have some more Google space, Google Drive space. No OTP will come when you use your card for in foreign payment gateways. have chip-based cards. These are very difficult to clone. And some ATMs have also some banks have started using two-factor authentication ATM also. That's a very good thing. PNB has started it. I don't know why not all banks are doing it. When you enter your card, you enter the amount, the verification code, the OTP will come on your smartphone. And along with the PIN, ATM PIN, you need to enter the OTP. That's a very smart thing. The whole process of hacking will get stopped. This cloning will stop. Our banking system is very far behind. These things can be done. Don't you think these can be implemented? Yes, why not? But this is not being done. And this is really frustrating. Keep your card in anti-scan card sleeve so that if your card has wireless facility, it cannot be hacked. Otherwise, anybody can scan it from the pocket also. Remove the CVV from your card so that if you drop your card, nobody can use it because the person who will pick the card does not know the ATM pin and he cannot use it for the online shopping because CVV is not there. Just remember the CVV or write it somewhere else. Always secure your identity. Don't give your PAN card, Aadhaar card photocopies to everyone. Mark it properly. And this is the last section, the most important section, using the UPI apps because the maximum frauds are now happening through UPI apps. Okay, if you have your smartphones, you can follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn. In Instagram, I daily upload. I have a story section reporting. I daily upload 5 to 10 cybercrime incidents there. So if you go to the reporting section, you will get a lot of knowledge and lot of like information what is happening in the world of cybercrime. And second thing, if you have done it, okay. If you are doing it, why you are doing it? Because just because I told you and you are doing it, it could be the social engineering. Because these QR codes are very tricky. Don't worry, it's safe. What I am displaying it you is safe. But these QR codes are very tricky. Just read this case. Never ever scan a QR code sent by unknown person. Even I do not scan the QR code in a supermarket. I tell him to just give me the mobile number and I will transfer you the amount. Because what is a QR code actually? It is not a matrix of black and white squares. It's a curtain basically. It can install something on your computer. It can direct you to a website. It can show you an image. These days, every newspaper is having scan this QR to go to get more information on this product and this and that. And this was a recent news. Yesterday it was in newspaper. This is a party for the hackers. You know where this QR code will be pasted and simply this QR code, someone can replace the QR code with his QR code. Just need to paste it over there. And when the person will install it, his smartphone will get hacked. All WhatsApp, all webcam, whatever is in the smartphone will be in your control. Why does not the government simply get the phone number if somebody wants to complain it? What's the need of these QR codes? I'm not able to understand because when you see a board where QR code is there, Paytm is written, you think that it is authentic, but you don't know what is behind it. Maybe the person of the intention of the store where it was placed is not bad, but some employee could have just pasted his malicious QR code on top of that. And anyway, when you scan a QR code in newspaper, even it's not malicious, it's tracking you from where it has been scanned, which operating system you are using on your smartphone, which smartphone make you have, and many other things. And from there, the hacking, actual hacking starts, which operating system you are using. If you are using some obsolete operating system like Android 8.0, then there are fixed vulnerabilities that person will come to know that, okay, this person is using Android 8.0, it has this list of vulnerability and how this device can be hacked. So stop using scanning these QR codes until and unless you are sure that this is safe. These are some methods which scammers use to con you. And one more thing that very few people understand is these days even kids are scanning the QR codes. They are taking mobile phone of parents and scanning the QR code from the newspaper. You know, when you scan it, you're like, this is a GPay. I gave an advertisement and then paid the person 650 rupees. You can see at the bottom. Now, his VPA virtual private address, like this is the address with which his account is linked to the UPI app, and this is my VPA. Now, what I can do is I can simply do shopping. Now, in shopping, when you do the shopping, there are provisions. Do you want to pay through credit card, debit card, or through UPI app? I will say UPI. And what I will do is instead of giving my UPI ID, I will give his UPI ID. And notification will go to him that you have shopped for 500 rupees. This Amazon is asking for you 500 rupees. And if you are not careful, if you think that, okay, maybe I ordered something and now Amazon is asking, and you are not at the best of your mind at that time, and you accept that request, you click on pay, and somebody has been shopping from your account. You know, if I have a database of 500 VPAs and I do the shopping and send that request to all those 500 people, I'm sure at least 10 will accept the request and will make the payment for my shopping. So you need to secure your PIN as well as VPA also, virtual private address. And even beside all these precautions, there is possibility that your account will get compromised. So best is have a separate account. Do not link your main account with your UPI app. I use all Paytm, PhonePe, GPay, Bheem, but I have a separate account in HDFC Bank where I do not maintain a balance more than 15,000. So that is the best thing you can do. Because even after all that precautions, there are so many exploits, there are so many type of vulnerabilities that you will never know that when the new exploit will come and your account will get compromised. Don't link your main account with it. AI and cybersecurity, this was yesterday's news. In fact, AI is very helpful in behavioral pattern understanding, the behavioral pattern that let us suppose that you are doing the shopping maybe thrice in a month and from a certain IP address. And then let us suppose that you have gone to Jaipur and you start doing the shopping from that place using your card only. But if AI is there, it will automatically detect the behavioral anomaly that this card is being used from some other place and it will flag to the owner. It will red flag it and send that notification to the owner. Is it you? So that is how AI is used. And definitely this incident could have been stopped. It could have been prevented because in 10 minutes, you can see in the box part that 18 minutes, 49,500 were deducted through 21 transactions. Obviously, that bank is not using that AI security, which otherwise it could have been flagged in the second transaction or the third transaction that there is something wrong. So always maintain your account with a good bank and confirm that do they have this AI security enabled for the card transaction. And second fault is of the user. Always have your credit card. Do you know if you use a credit card, it asks you what is the limit of your credit card? Do you know? Because by default, it is 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs. And this person have enabled it for 10 lakhs. Keep your credit card limit minimum. Minimum I have to 50,000 rupees. If somebody will use my credit card, hack my credit card, he cannot withdraw more than 50,000 because the limit has been set. So there was fault of the bank and fault of the user both, which made this fraud happen. Secondly, AI is used basically to avoid the bots. Bots are automatic scripts which take control of the affected computer. Let us you are visiting a website and there is some automatic script is there and that will run on your computer or that will run on your phone and you will take control of your device. And here also AI is there which can differentiate between good bot and bad bot. Good bot means they are bots of like Google has Google crawler, which is making index of new websites into its database. And there are bad bot also. AI also used in that. AI is also used in forensics. Forensics is scientific examination of evidence. You have captured an image of vehicle, but number plate is not visible. AI can really enhance it and give you the actual number which is there. It can increase, let us suppose that there is CCTV camera footage, but the face is not visible. It's very dull. It is very non-recognition. It cannot be recognized. So what will happen that AI will enhance the features and make it clear so that the person can, the law enforcement agency can recognize it, and it does it frame by frame. AI is being used in cybersecurity very much. It is also being used by cyber criminals also. It is also being used in cybersecurity also. There is a race between, because they are deep fakes. Deep fakes are basically face swapping or something, creating fake videos, mock videos, and blackmailing someone. So that is deep fakes. And to counter this, only AI software can detect that it is deep fake. You cannot detect it. With naked eye, it cannot be detected. So that's it. Reporting a cybercrime, you should know. There is a portal, cybercrime.gov.in. You don't need to run around to find a cyber cell. Just go to the portal with the digital evidence and report your case. You will get the acknowledgement number and your case will be reported, and you can don't need to run around, or you can simply dial 1111930 and you can talk to the person, and the person can guide you what to do with your case. So that's it. That was the last slide. If you want to contact me offline for any issue or any advice, you can. I have my details here, and the group which ma'am has created. This group is existing for last 2 years, where I conducted a webinar in 2020, and I keep posting cybercrime related news and cybersecurity related advices in that. So now I will stop sharing my screen and we can go to the question and answer session.
Thank you, sir. This was very enriching session. We came to know about the basic things, students, which we use in day-to-day basis, like our websites, our online banking accounts, and even our Gmail. We can keep check on our router password. So on the daily basis, we can do small courses of action to check whether we are prone to this crime or not. So before proceeding with the query session, I request all of you to please switch on your camera for a group photograph. Thank you, students. And I request all of you to fill your attendance and feedback form. Parallelly, we will start our query session. And you can drop your queries in the chat box, as well as you can talk also with the sir and ask your doubts.
Yes, I also have a feedback form. If you can fill it along with that, that
Yes,
will
sir.
be.
You can WhatsApp me or you can post it in the chat
Yes,
box.
I'm posting it in the chat box.
Right, sir. So all the students are requested to fill the two feedback forms, one posted by Manmeet ma'am and Sonali ma'am earlier, and one posted by the sir right now.
And also, I am posting a link to cyber safety manual, which can be downloaded from this link. This is a very good manual. There are two books I am links of two books I am pasting in the chat box. You can download it, and these will be really helpful in your cybersecurity journey.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, all the students can save the links and download in your systems, and you can read and gain knowledge about cybersecurity. So these are the three links, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Sir. Yes, students, you can start posting after saving these links. You can start posting your queries in the chat box, or you can talk with the sir.
Yeah, you can also unmute and you can send your query.
Students, if you have faced any issue at any moment during online shopping or anywhere in the place where your family, your friends have faced such type of issues, if you have any doubts in your mind, you can ask sir. What should be done? What was the reason? What type of crime was that your credit card or debit card issue you faced? So you can ask sir.
And you need to remember three things that you always have your browser updated, your antivirus updated, and your operating system updated. Whenever update comes for your phone, just update it instantly, don't reschedule it. Your browser should be updated, your antivirus should update it. And that 70% you are protected. And there are some good apps which you can use, like Ping, I told you, Ping is there, and there is one Chrome extension, NetGraph. It will give you complete information of the website which you are opening, and also it will tell you it's a phishing website or a genuine website. NetGraph. And if somebody is trying to cyberbully you, just don't be afraid. Have that digital evidence and report it. Because on the site there are also numbers given. You can directly call the person and talk to them for the advice. But don't get under the pressure. Just report the incident, and a person can be tracked definitely. There is also helpline number of National Commission of Women, NCW 1075. So these three, four numbers should be very handy to you. Cybercrime is such thing, if something happens, maybe your photograph is mocked or then it is uploaded somewhere, it will, because it is borderless and it is electronic, it will spread very fast. You need to act fast. And at that time, if you start searching for the helpline number or WhatsApp number reporting where to report, then it will become very difficult for you. Because at that time, when you are threatened, you are confused, you are scared, and you cannot do it at that time. You should have this information handy with you. If you don't remember it, just note it down somewhere and save it.
Yes, students, you all should note these manual links, books, apps, and this number. Being computer student, you should make yourself aware as well as you should help the society also. In case your nearby any family or friend face any issue, you can give them these apps, tell them, give them knowledge about these apps, share this number, and even contact us or Arun sir and try to help the society.
And you should have SOS app. I use, like my family use Citizen Pop. This is an SOS app. Like if you are in some trouble, you will just there is panic button. Just press that panic button. And what will happen to your contacts, 5 or 6 contacts which you have already chosen, a notification with your location will go to them that you want, there is some emergency at this location and you want help. That one, there are many such SOS apps are there. One should be on your mobile phone.
Right, sir.
Citizen Cop is a good app. I also installed it in my father's mobile phone because he's 90 plus, and when he goes for a walk, I'm always worried where he is. So I can track his live location through this app. And also I know that whenever he's in trouble and if he's able to just shake his mobile phone or click on, tap on that panic button, information will, that location, his location will come to me. Have a call record on your mobile phone. Because if somebody is threatening it, that will become a digital evidence and you are able to record. So
Very
these small
beneficial.
things, yes, these small things will automatically come to your mind to protect yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What?
students, as guided by the sir, you can use this app in your grandparents' mobiles, and whenever they face any issue, you can reach out to them as soon as possible.
Yes. And you can track the live location also.
Yes.
You can do the geofencing. Like I don't want my father to go out of phase 4. So I have marked phase 4 as his geofencing. Whenever he goes out, I come to know that he's out of phase 4. And whenever he comes, I know that he has entered in the phase 4. So this is a very good way. You can use this app for yourself and your near and dear ones.
Yes, sir. I think, sir, you have covered many points related to the basic mechanism, how to deal with cyber crimes in day-to-day basis, which we generally use like websites, apps, online banking. So we proceed further. In case students face any problem, they all have joined your WhatsApp group also. They can communicate later on there also.
Yeah,
So
sure.
yes, sir. So, students, with an increasing number of countries encouraging citizens to stay, learn, work from home, and now is the moment to focus on cybersecurity, whether it's for yourself or your workplace. We must confront cybercrime at its source to systematically reduce its global impact. An effective response to cybercrime requires exploring many possible courses of action, as Sir told us about the way how we can keep check on our Gmail account, on online banking or various apps which we use. So thank you, sir, for sharing your expert knowledge with us. And now, yes, sir. Thank you. Now I invite Mrs. Deepti Sharda from Department of Computer Science and Applications to extend a formal vote of thanks. Madam Deepti Sharda, please.
Thank you, Ritika. A very good afternoon to
Ma'am, some network issues there. Your voice is not clear.
Yes, now it is audible.
Yes, it is clear now.
Yes, yes.
First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to Principal Ma'am Dr. Nisha Bhargav for her unwavering support and for allowing and motivating us to organize this webinar. I'd like to thank Mr. Arun Soni on behalf of the entire Department of Computer Science and Applications for a fantastic session. The globe now is more interconnected than it has ever been. The more we use the internet, the greater the risk of cybercrime. Techniques to prevent cybercrime are desperately needed. And sir, you have enlightened us on this subject, and I am confident that we will all profit from your advice. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'd also like to express my gratitude to Dr. Indu Arora, Dean of the Department, Head of yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
For her constant support and assistance throughout. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepti ma'am, for extending the formal vote of thanks. So, thank you, participants. Thank you, sir, for giving your precious time and sharing your valuable advices on the topic cybercrime, how to combat this cybercrime in the COVID-19 days when we all are majorly connected through internet. So, thank you, sir. We thank you all the participants, and please students download all these manuals and give a reading and help the society and yourself too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, everyone.
Participants, you are free to now leave the meeting.